Hola, amigos. It's your sad boys, and we're here with the midweek update.
The midweek sad boy update. Episode 10?
Is it really? Have we officially hit double-digit episodes?
This is episode 10.
Wow.
You didn't think 6 months ago we'd have this much consistency, did you?
Right?
Here we
went
are.
6 months from episode 1 to episode 2.
Yeah, we were real committed back then, but now...
Hey, we were failing upwards.
Yeah, because now look at us.
Yeah, dude.
Right. So, I mean, I just want to start by saying... Anybody who's listening right now, who has been listening, who has been liking the reels, all the content on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, so much gratitude for all of you. It means a lot. You know, we definitely don't like harp on numbers, but it does feel nice to see people reacting and enjoying what we're doing here. So thank you so much for all of that.
And then this one is for the new listeners. I mean, thanks for, I don't know how you found us or what the algorithm did to put our ugly faces in front of you, but we appreciate you sticking around and seeing what silly things we have to say and ideas we come up with and just stuff. And so thanks to all the new people. And then while we're on the subject of new people, we've also finally got our first hater.
I think there was like 2 or 3 haters on that.
Hey, I'm about it. Because don't they say if you've got haters, that means you're doing something right.
Doing something right. And the best part was somebody said something. I can't remember what it was, but I said like, yeah, dude, link in bio.
Oh, he was like, yo, is this like a satire attempt at what podcasts are these days? And you're like, thanks for the follow, my guy. Hit the link.
Link in bio.
Speaking of feedback, we got some feedback on last week's episode, which may have gotten a little rated R. So this is a parental warning for anyone. Yep. Double fists way
2
up.
fists up.
A piece of feedback that I got was, you kiss your mother with that mouth? And to that I say, yes, I do. And I also kiss your mom with that mouth. So what up? Anyhow, let's get into it.
Wait, real quick, real time.
Okay.
We also just got a comment, someone saying, who is going to listen to this?
Enough people that makes us not unalive ourselves.
Thanks for the play, bud.
Right? Like, in order to hear how bad it is,
Yeah.
you had to listen to it, or at least start listening to it. That's fine.
Doesn't matter, man. You count as a play, my guy. You're a number to us now.
That's a data point in the algo machine.
I'm just going to like it.
Hey, we're live right now.
Who's going to listen to it? Well, you can. Link in bio.
So I had texted you earlier that I had saw a really, really funny church sign. And I asked you to come up with one. Did you think about the funniest church sign that you have?
There's been a few that I know I've seen, and I'm trying to pinpoint a specific one.
So let me read you the one I saw today.
Okay.
And it said verbatim, and I wrote this down while I was driving, so, give or take, one me. If he done it before, he can do it again. If he done it before.
What did he do before?
Well, not even did it. He done it.
What he done it before? What he done before?
How? So I guess how did he not did it, but he done it? If he done it before, he can do it again. I feel like there was like a grammatical error in that sign.
Maybe they just ran out of like the little numbers and letters that you're supposed to like use.
Oh, you think they didn't have an extra I and another D for that?
Yeah, they're like, we have a bunch of U's. You just flip the U's over, make them N's. We don't have any I's.
I was going to say, there's no U in done, unless you're trying to spell Dune, but I realized you were going with the N.
D-U-N-N-I-T. Yeah, I don't know.
He done it. D-U-N-N-I-T. I like
know
that
how
one.
churches spell. So.
Yeah, I don't know either. Not part of one. Wouldn't know.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I don't know. I remember seeing, oh God, what was it? It's gonna drive me crazy. There was one in Fort Wayne. I can't remember what it said. I think it was during Pokemon Go time.
Ooh.
Where they were trying to like get people to come in.
Did they like Charizard inside?
Yeah, like it was like, like Sunday Mass or something like that. Like we're a gym or like come catch a Charizard and learn about Jesus or something. Like I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was really funny.
God Pokemon inside. Legendary Pokemon inside.
God Pokemon inside.
There's kind of those,
There's
right?
a bunch of Arceus there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arceus is Pokemon God.
So, you got any fun notes for this episode?
I do actually have a few things that I want to I'm going to pull my notes up here. Mm-hmm. So I actually had some would you rather questions.
Ooh, absolutely.
And I think that'd be interesting. So
absolutely.
I'm going to start. Okay, here we go.
Go for it.
Would you rather?
No.
Cool. Next.
Yep. Moving on. Next question.
Would you rather have $10 million but be in a constant state of falling asleep, or work retail for the rest of your life?
Joke's on you, I'm always falling asleep. Like Post Malone, I've got always tatted right here. Or not always tatted, always tired right here.
Always sleepy.
Yep. Forever asleep. $10 million and always asleep, or work retail.
But you're in a constant state of like falling asleep.
That's tough. I mean, I feel like with that amount of money, I could just somehow pump caffeine straight into my veins. Just counteract the sleepiness. And what was the other one? Retail what? Just work
or
retail?
work retail for the rest of your life.
I would literally unalive myself.
It would be a very short-term commitment.
Yes. I would work one more Black Friday season, and then I'd be like, peace. So, just for the sake of never having to work retail again, I'm easily going to take the 10 mil.
10 mil, but always
absolutely.
sleepy.
I'm tired all the time now. It can't be any worse.
But it's
now
like,
I'm just tired and rich.
Can you just imagine? Like, I have so much money. I think I'm gonna go jet skiing tomorrow. It's gonna be so great.
But honestly,
But you're like constantly.
hold on. I think you just described the perfect scenario.
Oh,
10 million and you're always tired. Now you have the money to just sleep all day. And you don't have to go to work.
Yep.
You have $10 million.
always sleeping.
I would do nothing but sleep. I would buy the most exquisite bed and the most, I don't know, 1,000 thread count. Is that enough? I don't know how many threads.
Sir. I'd like your finest thread counts, please.
Yes, the Egyptian cotton or whatever. As many threads will make it soft, like a baby's bottom. Give me that.
How many threads is that? I want double.
Yeah,
Thank you.
double the threads.
More threads, please.
Not meta threads. Not the new Threads app.
Not that Threads.
Did you see, unrelated, we'll come back to this. Did you see that in order to delete your Threads account, you have to delete your entire Instagram account? It's in like the fine print.
Oh. Well, we have a Threads account for the podcast, so
it's not getting deleted.
It's not going anywhere. I mean, if they fix the part where you can't upload a photo or a video without having to copy and then paste it, then I would be fine using Threads, but at this point, it's just extra steps.
I'm not going to download it. I still don't have a TikTok app the TikTok app on my phone.
I don't think I'm going to download Threads for my personal stuff at all.
Especially if I have to delete my Instagram in order to get rid of it. No, I'm not even going to try it.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad deal.
I feel like I'm one of the cool kids now. I don't have a Threads account.
Dude, that's like Cody, my good friend Cody. What's up, Cody? For the longest time.
Why?
Yeah, yeah. I.e. not what. Yeah. Mm-hmm. For the longest time, he like refused to go see. I think it was Endgame, Avengers Endgame.
Okay.
Because he like just hadn't seen it, and then it just kind of became a thing where he's trying to go as long as he could without seeing it.
I mean, at that point, you have to know how it ends, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it ever got spoiled for him or not, but he was just like, yeah, I'm at this point. I'll wait until it comes out.
Iron Man dies at the end. What?
Oh.
It's been long enough.
That's a spoiler for somebody.
It's been long. Yeah, Cody.
There's a kid who's listening to this.
It's for Cody. That was specifically for you. Specifically for you, Cody.
There's a kid somewhere who's like just getting through all the Avengers and like
his parents
Marvel
are like
movies,
letting him watch them like without
finally
them.
getting through, but he finds our podcast this week and he listens to it and he's like, Iron Man dies at the Dad.
Hey, now he's part of the sad boy army, and that's okay with me.
And now he's one of us.
Yep.
Welcome. But yeah, speaking of thread counts and having $10 million and all that stuff we were talking about. Yeah.
I was actually going to go somewhere else. So Cody made it a thing to not watch the Marvel movies, right? I don't have a thing to not watch anything specific, but I have this, I don't know, weird sort of personal vendetta. and I've talked to you about this before, and I'm going to say it out loud so everybody else can hear it, right? Like so you have hyped up Community, and you have hyped up New Girl, right? And like you hype up a lot of the DC movies, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with them. They're just not my preferred sort of content that I want to take in. However, people find out I've never watched Harry Potter, or I've never watched Lord of the Rings, or like I recently watched Game of Thrones. Like within the last 2 years, I watched Game of Thrones, right? Like I'm not trying to be one of the cool guys. Oh, I'm too mainstream to watch the mainstream shit. No, but my thing is if people hype it up to the level of like, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen, you have to watch it. Oh my God, it's so good. If I then go watch the thing,
it's not amazing,
and it's not what I would say up to the standards that you have set, I'm going to be upset.
I mean, I get it.
And it's just crazy. I was actually talking to my coworker about this the other day because she's super big into Harry Potter, and she was playing the new game. And I was like, yeah, I read the first 5 books. I didn't finish them. And I also have never seen any of the movies. And she was like, oh, I can't believe it. And I had to like explain that to her. And she's like, oh, that checks out.
I mean, so like Harry Potter,
there's nothing wrong with it.
No. So I have seen the movies. I've never read the books.
Oh, okay.
I have no interest in reading books at all.
Interesting.
I'm not reading a book. I'm listening to it.
You're listening to it. Okay.
What he's thinking of is my wife wanted me to read the A Court of
Thorns, Roses, or something.
Thorns and Roses. I could not physically read it. Like it just
something about fairies having sex in the woods. I don't know.
I kept falling asleep during it. I got the audiobook. It's much better when somebody else reads it to me.
Interesting.
I'm a child.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but
we are literally talking to people.
Yeah, that's true. You're doing what I'm doing.
Should we start an audiobook series? What books would you like us to read?
What books do you want the sad boys to read? But anyway, Harry Potter. I've never read the books, but the movies I think are really good. The first 2 are a little painful to listen to because their accents as children are just shrill.
Well, maybe if you watched them and not listened to them.
No.
Because that's what you said.
You know what I mean. I've watched the movies. And listen to the movies as I watch them. And they are very good. They're very well done, especially like for the time. They're very well done.
When did the first one come out? Honestly, don't even know.
I mean, I was in middle school. Like
the movies come out,
right?
What? No way. Keep talking.
Yeah, middle school or like very early high school. I don't know. Either way, you look that up. But they are really good. They're definitely worth a watch.
Yeah.
I personally just recently watched the first Lord of the Rings movie. I've never seen the second or the third one, so I'm in the same boat. But
first Harry Potter movie came out in November of 2001?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
You mean to tell me... Hold on. You mean to tell me that the first Harry Potter movie happened 2 months after 9/11? Ha! I feel like that's glossed over. That's crazy. What? Anyhow.
Wow.
So the first Lord of the Rings is good, and all the Harry Potters are good. Maybe I should watch them.
I definitely say the Harry Potter movies are very much worth a watch. Like, for being that time frame, like, the visual effects are good, the storytelling is good, the acting is good. The voices in the first 2, like, the kids, like Harry, Ron, Hermione, like, they're just a little hard to listen to because their accents are so, and their voice is so high-pitched.
Yeah.
Might just be a personal thing. But... the movies are really good, so I highly recommend them.
My favorite book was number 4. Maybe I should just skip to number 4.
I don't even know what number 4 is.
The Goblet of Fire. That's the only one I can name
one.
right off the top.
That's a good movie.
That's like the tournament one, right?
And like, not a spoiler, but the movies absolutely get much darker, like, the later you go.
Yeah.
Like, not just in, like, content, but, like, visually, like, visual tone of the movies looks a lot darker. The Harry Potter game, Hogwarts Legacy, is very good. I just wanted to get the broom and like fly around and do stuff.
Is that not a thing?
Oh, it is.
Oh.
But like once I got that, I pretty much stopped playing. I was over it. Yeah, I went back to playing Destiny, but no, it was very good, and you can do like the forbidden, like the death spells and everything, and like
I don't know what those are, but they sound rad.
Yeah, no, you can like
mess somebody up in the Harry Potter.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
But I don't know. The combat in there seemed a little clunky for me, so I kind of lost interest. But I don't know.
I feel like we have tangented enough.
Dude, I'm fine with that.
What was your other would you rather?
Oh, like the other one. Yes. I'm going to pull it up here.
I'm easily taking 10 mil and going to sleep.
Yeah, so would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future? Which one do you pick?
I feel like, well, that's a good one. I guess, I mean, they both have their pros and cons. Which one, what do you pick? Because I answered the last one. What do you pick?
I pick 150 years.
Interesting. Why?
Because then you could basically see what happened in the past, because it's just history at that point.
Yeah, I guess
So then you could see, like, okay, what happened in September of 2023? You could see what happened.
Yeah, I guess grab like an almanac or something like that. I guess the
Yeah,
stipulations.
it's like Back to the Future.
Yeah, I feel like it's cheating.
Yeah, so I feel like that one is more beneficial because
Yeah.
you could see 150 years in the future. Cool. 149 years ago, this stock just shot up and this became the next big company. Cool. I'm going to invest in that. 10 minutes into the future, it's like, I'm going to get hit by a bus. I'm just going to sit here. So, I mean, I feel like there's a benefit to both, but 150 years.
Or, hear me out, 10 minutes into the future, you get yourself on a game show. Yeah, and you have a That's So Raven moment where you're like, I win $1 million because I know the answer to the question.
That's pretty fair.
I feel like you get the same result and you don't have to see what dystopian shithole the world becomes. Although it would be really interesting to see how far into the future is the downfall of the U.S. Empire.
The U.S. Empire.
Dude, I mean, right, like we say, like, oh, the Roman Empire fell.
Oh.
Like, there's going to come a point in time, and it's no way is it going to be within our life cycle, but, like, there's going to come a point in time where, let's be real, the U.S. is probably not going to be number one. We already aren't number one in a bunch of stuff. But, like, we're not going to be, like, the country to, like, fear. You know, like, people are not going to, like, just be afraid to, like, shoot up or, like, bomb the U.S. because, like, we're pretty weak, you know, in the future. So,
I don't know.
Man, like, dude, Tokyo might be the place to be. Tokyo's cool now. Tokyo might be like cybernetic flying cars, like
it's just like Cyberpunk.
Yeah, it's Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
Just whatever the years, 150 plus. Because I mean, let's be real. In 50 years, we're not going to have cybernetic robot attachments and flying cars, but like 150.
Dude, there was something about a flying car the other day that I saw online. It got approval for like test flights.
Yeah, right. Test flights now.
Yeah, it's
wait, 50 years ain't going to be enough time for everybody to have a flying car.
Yeah, like
150, different story.
Yeah, like the General Motors version of the flying car going to come out.
What year did the Jetsons take place inside the Jetsons?
2020 or 2020?
Really?
What? Hold
That's
on.
crazy that we've
I'm
already
gonna look this up.
gone past.
I saw something about this the other day. What year was?
It's wild that we've like gone past where the Jetsons start in actual history, and we don't have the things that they have.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I guess we do kind of have robot vacuums.
I'm sorry, it was 2062.
Okay, so we're coming up on it.
Okay, yeah.
Couple. You know what? I feel like I've got 40 left in me. And I feel like if I can make it 40 more to see, you know, the Jetsons become real life. I mean, we already have robot vacuums. What's her name? Rosie?
Oh,
She's like, yeah, like I have a Roomba.
Dude, we just bought a
You just got a Roomba.
One.
Yeah. We are well on our way to the Jetsons in 40 years.
Prime Day deals.
Oh, yeah.
I just saved like $450 on a Roomba.
Padding them Bezos pockets.
You keep getting me $400 off a Roomba. I'll keep doing. I don't care. I'll
fair.
give you all my money, bud.
Dude, we had a Roomba. It was pretty sick, and then it got clogged, and I returned it. I had the protection plan on it, so like I took advantage of that.
That's fine. That's fine.
So would you rather 10 years, 150 years? I guess either way, really, you can, if you play your cards right. Cards?
Your cards. You Scottish now?
Your cards, me laddie. If you play your cards right, you can... Megan's been watching too much Outlander. It's rubbing off.
Yeah.
Or Megan and Taylor.
Yeah.
If you play your cards right, I feel like you can make $1 million+ easily.
You could make both of them work for you. Yeah. But I didn't think of the game show aspect. Because that's a really good one, because you can get yourself on. You can know, like, okay, what questions are coming up in 10 minutes?
Yeah, and just dude, like I said, That's So Raven moment. You're like, I know the answer.
I know the answer for the next 10 minutes, for the next like 4 questions.
Yep,
You just keep going,
right
going.
Through.
And you just, I mean,
Regis Philbin, you about to make me a millionaire. Is Regis even the host of Millionaire?
No,
anymore?
I don't even think so. I don't know the show's still going, but that was a great show.
I'd like to be on it. I've always wanted to be on a game show.
Dude.
If anyone who has connections in the Midwest Sad Boys universe has connections to game shows, email us.
Well, let's get Dirt Bike Jim on a game show.
Get me on a game show. I don't even care which one. I'll try some goofy shit.
What was the one with all the cases?
Let's make a deal with Howie.
I
kind of look like Howie.
Yeah, you do. Dude, I loved that show.
I feel like I'd be really good at that show.
Because there was one time I was playing an online version with my dad, and I was making up some like super random shit. Like, okay, your birthday's this day, mine is this day. If I add them up, double it, and then subtract our house address from it, it's this. That's the case. And like the one time, it was.
Yep.
And it was just like,
it's only stupid if it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was great. I don't know, but
you start assigning like arbitrary values to these just fake ass numbers, and you're like 23. That's my birthday. What do the numbers mean, Mason?
Right.
Yeah.
That would have been a good.
I'd like. You know what? If Let's Make a Deal is still a show, I'd like to be on that show. But I will also take any game show as a secondary follow-up option. I would love to be on a game show.
That'd be a lot of fun. Definitely. Yeah.
Do you have a segues are weird? Do you have any recent first world problems that you would like to share? I have one if you want to think about one for a second.
Yeah, you go. I'm going to think about something.
First world problem: when the Wi-Fi connection is just good enough that it will connect, but also absolute dog shit enough that nothing will load. It's like fucking 1995 called, and dial up AOL is like, hey, I didn't seem so bad now, did I? The reason I say this is at the lunchroom at my work is far enough on the other side of the building from the router that my Wi-Fi will connect, but like it goes in and out. And I'm trying to be a good co-host, and I'm trying to watch all of our content, give us a data point, share, like, comment, subscribe, all the things you should be doing. I try to do that, when I've got my free time at work, and then the internet or the Wi-Fi just wants to be absolute dog shit. And it's like, man, like what do I do without the internet? Like, it's truly a first world problem.
Oh yeah, you need to tell your boss to get a mesh network.
You know what I did?
What?
I emailed IT and I was like, hey, clients are complaining about the Wi-Fi. We can't set up their mobile banking on their phones. Could you do a mobile reset? And they're like, yeah, absolutely, sure. Bing, reset the router. Sometimes you just have to know how to game the system.
Dude, that's smart though. You should have been like, hey, do you think we can get like a mesh network set up in here, or like, can you get a Wi-Fi extender? Yeah,
getting them to be able to buy anything, not within.
Oh yeah, anything with a big company, it's like you have to go through like 50 people.
It's got to get approved, and then there's got to be a budget request, and then there's a work order, and a check's got to get made, and someo's got to get the debit card, and it's they got to
someone's got to shop around, and
they got to check-ins, they got to save-ins. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing, and they just can't do it easily.
So you know what I did while the internet was down? I went back and watched all of my old concert videos.
Oh yeah,
the ones that you take when you're at a
phone.
show. Yeah. No one ever sees them but you.
You're like, this is going to be the best video. I'm so happy that I'm sitting here just holding my phone and just filming this, and you never watch them again. And you could have just been watching the show.
Right? Or like, the person in front of you just has their phone up the entire time, and they're just like...
Dude, so like when we went to see Sleep Token, whenever I was filming, I was like this. So like I could still see them, and I could watch the show and enjoy it, but I knew like I'm getting something on here.
I try to be courteous, and I try to like put it in front of myself.
Oh, nobody else is up at this height.
Yeah,
so.
Well, everybody else is my height, so I'm not trying to be this guy. So I just kind of put it in front of me, and I like listen to it. But
that's pretty fair.
I actually take videos at concerts because I like when they come up in my time hop.
Oh, that's fair.
I am at a 7-year streak on time hop.
Dude, you've been using that forever.
About 7 years
Yeah,
now.
it's like I remember using even back when we lived in like Ohio and everything. And
I had a really long streak, and then my phone broke and I lost my streak. But I've gotten back. Obviously I'm at 7 years now. It's crazy. It's like a scrapbook. And like this is like basically my whole life. Like here, like I could sort photos by baby years and things like that. But like Time Hop's like, I got you. Like, okay, cool.
I'll do it for you.
Yeah, dude.
Don't you worry.
It's actually like exciting to like check my phone once a day, or at least early in the morning, be like, ooh, what did I do 10 years ago? And like crazy things like when we went ziplining, right? Or like you and I went to Warp Tour. I think Warp Tour is coming up soon because it is July. R.I.P. Warp Tour.
Dang.
Elder emos unite. The time you dropped the crowd surfing girl on my head. That's coming up.
Dude, I'm sorry. You get up and start crowd surfing. You know what the rules are.
Oh, I just wasn't anticipating on having that slightly large woman dropped on me when I was not prepared.
Dude, good on her for doing. I've never crowd surfed, so good on her for it. But like, I didn't want someone falling on me, so I just
dropped her on me. It's fine. Yeah, I'm not small and low to the ground.
You broke her fall and made sure she was fine.
Yeah, my face broke her fall. It's fine.
So it's fine. It all worked out in the end, is what he's saying.
We had a good time. Yeah. We went hard in the paint.
Remember when Of Mice and Men used that as a breakdown? Oh,
for OG Loco? Absolute banger.
Man.
What do we have on the agenda tonight? What else?
Well, so I was thinking about doing another topic from the Big Deal Club mug. Let's do one here. For anybody new to the podcast, there's a mug. It literally says Big Deal Club mug on it.
Big Deal Club mug.
You want to do green or purple? Sorry, green or pink?
Doesn't matter.
Let's do green. We did pink last time.
Sure.
All right, let's see what we got.
I just don't understand how your arms are that long. It's crazy.
They're just, dude.
They're about 7 feet.
They're about 7 feet.
One shack length.
This is definitely the most Taylor topic possible.
Here we go.
What do you like most about your wife?
Nothing. I'm kidding. That's a joke. I know you're going to cut that right there.
Absolutely. Right to the outro.
Yep. Let's see. What do I like most about Megan? I mean, I like everything about Megan, but what tops my list? Honestly, and this is going to sound really creepy, Megan is truly just the female copy of me. Would you not agree that Megan and I are basically the same person?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that says I have some weird Freudian, I don't know, self-loving relationship that I sought out the person who basically is just me of the other sex. I don't know. Some psychologist in the comments let me know if I'm making that up or if that's a real thing. But I truly do enjoy that Megan is basically a copy of me because I like hanging out with me and I like hanging out with her and we just get to do all kinds of fun stuff together.
That's very fair.
What do you like about Taylor?
Nothing. Nothing. No.
I like that she doesn't get in my way at concerts.
Oh yeah, that's very convenient. I can look right over her. No, but no, she is.
I'm kidding, TK. I love you.
There's quite a few things, but
good answer.
She is very thoughtful and very kind. I remember
she's great at gift giving.
Oh yeah,
and that comes with the thoughtfulness.
And then this is actually part of the example. So I think it happened when she worked at Babies R Us and probably even recent job too. But like, there's been times where people do like a Secret Santa or like a gift exchange or something like that, and she would realize like that somebody wasn't going to get one.
She brings an extra.
So she either would like plan and bring an extra, but I remember one time I think she like went out and like bought stuff to have an extra to give to that person.
Wow.
So like just going out of her way to be nice to other people, that's a top tier trait, and also very supportive of, building this whole podcast studio and all of my hobbies and everything in my life. So I am very grateful for all of that. For sure.
Taylor just out here fishing for some compliments.
You got them. You wrote the topic and you got what you wanted.
She knew she played the long con. She's like, eventually this is going to come out of the jar.
They're going to pull this one.
He has to say something nice about me.
Got to say something nice.
after all the vulgar things that we have said or called our wives out on, like, oh, Megan, I don't know, snores in her sleep or something like that. Now it's like, we have to say something nice about
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. You go from one episode talking about,
She played us.
talking about,
Stop.
and then you go to compliments.
Yep. The duality of man.
Great.
Speaking of duality of man, this is just on the top of my notes list, because this is one I've had a thought for a while. What do you think human thoughts are?
What do I think human thoughts are?
Mm-hmm. I know, right? It's such like a terrible question.
What do I think? Human thoughts, they're thoughts, right? Thoughts, ideas.
Mm-hmm. But like, what is thinking thoughts? It's just a brain, right? It's just this weird sort of organ inside your skull that somehow has consciousness.
They're like what? Aren't they like electrical impulses or something like
Yeah,
that?
but like think of like all of the other brains in animals, and they don't do the things that we do. So like obviously it's like the concept of consciousness is what allows humans to be humans and not just another non-talking creature on the planet. But like all you are is just this very delicate jelly mold piloting like a bone mech covered in like meat.
Just a bone mech covered in meat.
Like really, what break humans down into their most basic elements. You are muscles, skin, which is just the bag to keep all your fluids in, right? Mm-hmm. And then underneath that is your muscles, and that's what allows you to like contort and move and like do things. Mm-hmm. And then you have your rigidness from your bones, which give this little, right? Like if you were to take your bones out, you'd just be like a little floppy
Be a floppy meat bag.
Be a little cooked noodle, right? You just be all limp wrist, right? Just, So your bones, right? And then what controls your bones? Just the like you said, the electrical currents that are sent by your brain to like make your muscles twitch in very specific controlled manners that allow you to like move in like a direction.
It is wild to think about.
And then inside that brain is like a voice that like is your thoughts and your feelings and like your emotions. And like there's a thing inside of you that gets sad when you get sad. And then just like
this is a lot to think about.
So what are human thoughts?
What are human thoughts? I mean, it seems like it's
the easiest thing to describe, but then you like try to like actually describe it and you're like, well, it's an idea. It's a thought. It's like they're human thoughts. What is a human thought? Oh, God. Right? Like how did the brain name the brain? Like everything that has a name or a title or a color or this or that was thought by somebody.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So like,
not even just the concept of language, but just like things in general. Like everything has just was once an idea or a thought or an impulse inside someone's head, and then they were able to somehow make it in the real world.
Like this is called fire. This is called a bird. This is a tree.
Yeah, right. But like,
where do you come up with the name?
Cavemen didn't have the name fire. They just had fire, and they knew it as the hot stuff, right? Because they didn't have like a designated language, right? They can make grunts like, right?
So
So, but like, at some point, we came up with the word fire and assigned it to fire, and that was just a thought or an idea that someone had at one point.
It's kind of crazy how those things kind of evolved too. Like for example, somebody like named a fire ant, right? Like it's just. That's
an ant.
That's the name.
Red. Fire is red, so that's a fire.
Well, and
ant.
also, I mean, because it burns when it bites or something.
True. Yeah.
But then, like, you go to like fast forward to 2023, and we call them spicy boys. Or, like,
we're going backwards.
Yeah, we're going backwards. Soon it's going to be,
Megan got bit by a spicy boy the other day. It's funny you bring that up. Dude. Man, if we devolved back into grunting,
I don't think I'd get much done.
I mean, so I think we are currently in the precursor to the hieroglyphic era, where like some form of like alien's going to come down from outer space somewhere in the universe, and they're right after all of humans have been erased, and they're going to see all of the weird emojis and graffiti that we put on the wall, and they're going to be like, this is like ancient art from the humans.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Speaking of aliens, do you think there's life out there?
Oh, 100%.
There has to be.
I remember I heard somebody say it this way, but like it's absolutely like insane to just be so naive thinking that we're the only form of life that's out there. There's not a chance, man. Like,
right, like it might not be in the Milky Way, but like there has to be something else somewhere.
All the different galaxies and like there's just not a single chance that we are the only one that's there. I mean, dude, like the government even said that there's aliens.
Do you think aliens drive by and when they pass Earth, they like lock the doors?
That's a dangerous one.
Right, yeah, that's
absolutely
we're in the sketchy neighborhood, lock the doors.
We're not flying there again.
Yep.
Okay.
They like buzz past the International Space Station and they're like, oh shit, lock the door, lock the door, lock the door. And they just see like an astronaut out there that's just like
like that's like whenever they talk about like, oh, when you go to this city, you stay on the main roads.
Yeah, don't leave. Right, when people are like, oh yeah, you know, Fayetteville, you're like, don't leave Skybo.
Don't leave Skybo, or you go to Chicago, like stay on the main roads. When you're flying and throughout the galaxy and you see Earth, you're like, you've gone too far. Lock your doors and turn back.
When you go through Youngstown, you don't leave Federal Street. When you go to Cleveland, you don't leave what? Is it Euclid? Is that the main road where like the House of Blues and stuff is?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's like 2 roads and then an alley.
Yep.
Once you leave that area,
you're liable to get shot.
You are playing a dangerous game. Absolutely.
Aliens, man. I know that like I wanted to go to space camp as a kid because I think aliens are the coolest thing ever.
That would have been cool. Dude, I still really want to go to Roswell, New Mexico.
Oh, like Area 51.
Yeah, well, yeah. So like where they do all the crazy stuff for like alien sightings, and they have all of the themed like restaurants in the whole town.
Yeah, that'd be really fun.
That would just be so fun to just go there and see it all, and like take pictures, and like we should plan that.
I mean, if we could,
dude,
we can expense it for a business expense.
Yeah, we'll make a business.
Take some cameras and be like, oh, hey, this is a business trip, right? Tax write off, baby.
Yeah. Hey, if somebody wants to, cash app us like,
I don't know, a couple thousand,
like two G's.
Yeah.
We'll go to Roswell, New Mexico, do a podcast there
in your honor,
in your name, and then we'll come back and then you'll see it.
Yeah,
it'd be great.
If anyone wants PayPal us, you just let us know.
Yeah, and actually, speaking of people sending money to do a topic, we did receive a donation from a generous listener named Drew. What's up, Drew? This is a second shout out.
Welcome, Drew.
And so his question is, what embarrassing childhood moment do you still sometimes think about at night when nothing is left to think about for the day? That's a good one. I've been trying to think of something for 2 days, and I have not come across anything Pacific.
What childhood?
Like, whenever I think of this question, I think of things that happened during my childhood and that I'm like, oh, that was funny, or that was cool, I remember that. But there's nothing that I at the end of the day, I'm like, I remember that.
You know what? There's one memory from high school that haunts me to this day.
Ooh, what is
and
it?
I doubt that this person even recalls it at all. But, so you know the song Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot, right? Yeah. Back in the early days of the internet, you also know of E-Bombs World, right?
Of course.
Okay, so there was, and I'm not a religious person, but like I'm gonna say something about it was like a Bible themed video. It was a remix to Sir Mix-a-Lot's Baby Got Back, but it was like the Christian Bible version, and it was like popular on E-Bombs World, but like it was actually kind of catchy, and it was called Baby Got Book, and it was all about like, I like a girl who has a real big book, and haha, it was like that. And there was this girl that I had a crush on, and she was like, "Oh, did you hear the book version of that or something?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, and I like quoted the song, and she just blankly stared at me like, "The fuck are you talking about?" That shit haunts me to this day. And I still truly think about that. And I've told Megan about this, so like this is not news to her, but like I legitimately wonder what this girl is up to today because of that moment, and I know it has literally zero impact on her life. But it haunts
But for you,
me. Lives rent free in my head.
yeah.
It's unbelievable. I don't even know why. I don't even know why. Like, I have not spoke to this girl since 2008 when we graduated high school. It has been almost
And you still think about it.
20 years, and I still think about it. It was haunting.
Boy. Yeah. That's
So,
good.
Drew, that one's for you, buddy. Jason apparently can't answer your question, but I will.
Yeah, I mean, you made me nostalgic about other things. I would literally, I've been trying 2 days since you sent me that text. I'm 2 days trying to think of something that I think about that I'm like, that was embarrassing. That sucked. I can't think of anything. If I do, I will bring it up. But it did make me nostalgic about a lot of other things. I was trying to think back to things from my childhood, and I thought about like playing with like Power Rangers toys with my brothers and like building all the Megazords and like riding bikes in the neighborhood with my friends. So like
you don't have any stories where you like shit your pants or something?
no, like it,
or like you, I don't know, tried to kiss a girl and ended up like headbutting her or some shit because you're like so damn freakishly tall. Like, you've got nothing embarrassing to say.
You know what? I will bring something up. This is good.
Hey,
this
I
is
unlocked
good.
a memory.
So my mom actually sent Taylor a picture of this. I had a note sent home with me. In I think 4th grade. Mm-hmm. That like Jason was very bad today or something like that, and apparently I like pushed some people off the toilets in the bathroom, like
mid shit.
Yeah,
get the fuck out of the way.
just boot, and then yeah. So apparently I was like pushing people off the toilet. I was like peeing on people. Yeah,
you're such an asshole.
Yeah, 4th grade me was a dick. Like,
dang, it all kind of makes sense now because your kid. Kind of a little shithead,
but
when he
better.
wants to be.
He'll get better.
I know, and you got better.
I did.
You don't push people off toilets anymore.
No,
I hope.
I
yeah, you had to think about that one.
Have I done that lately? No.
That's concerning that you had to pause.
I deserve a good day for that.
Reed is not a shithead. No. He has his moments. I'm not.
Every 5-year-old
talking
has
hella
moments,
shit on your kid.
Yeah, but nothing. That's you know what? There you go, Drew. That's the one. Pushing kids off the toilet and apparently peeing on them.
Dang, man.
I deny it to this day, but my mom has a note from the teacher, so apparently it happened.
That's ignorant. You know what? I stole a cookie from a girl in elementary school once, and I totally lied to the teachers, and they're like, "Did you take her cookie?" And I was like, "No." And I totally ate the cookie. And they ended up giving her another one, so like it was okay, but like I had 2 cookies. Shit was kind of delicious.
Like, nah, dude, I didn't.
Yeah, that was my cookie I'm eating right now.
This is mine. I'm still eating it.
Hey, you know what? I feel much better now that I apologize.
Getting this
I didn't
off
apologize.
your chest.
I didn't apologize. That's not an apology. I admitted that I stole that girl's cookie.
You're like, I don't feel bad about it. I'd eat it again if I found it.
I wonder. I think I'm friends with her on Facebook. I wonder if she'll hear this. If you hear this, I'm sorry for stealing your cookie.
Wow.
Reach out to me and I'll buy you a new one.
You're buy me a cookie.
I didn't steal your cookie. The give cookie, take cookie, or whatever.
Give me cookie, got you cookie.
Yeah,
man.
whatever. Yeah, close enough. I didn't really like that show. It was okay.
New Girl?
It was all right. It was all right. It was
New
all right.
Girl.
See, here we go. Right?
Jesus.
He hypes it up, and then it doesn't live up to the expectations.
I'm literally getting a New Girl tattoo.
I know you are.
Next week.
I literally just brought it up.
A week from tomorrow. Oh, what's up, Cody?
I have. All right. Let's end this on our weekly "How Not to Be a Dick."
Oh, I'm ready.
Our segment on how not to be a dick. People who keep dogs in cages outside. I'm sorry.
I don't like it.
I will not be friends with you. I
like
cannot associate with you if you willingly lock an animal in a cage. No shade, little to no water. I mean, it was 92 degrees today, and I'm not going to say directions, but there is a house between our house.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And they have a dog, and he sits outside all the fucking time.
Dude, they have like 3 dogs that are outside all the time, and they go in those.
Are you talking at the intersection?
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking a different house, but yes, those people too. They also have a lot of dogs.
Well, they had a dog that like got away and like was running down the road one day. Like, oh yeah,
Well, that's not good. 100%.
100%.
That intersection is dangerous.
I do not like people who keep
but like
animals in cages.
So like
outside.
I know that dogs are fully capable of living outdoors. I get it. I understand it. They are domesticated wolves. I found my dog on the side of the road. You've talked about picking up that little homie and find him in a home. Like I'm all for. I understand the dogs can be outside. However, dogs should not be forced to be in a place that they don't want to be, or, you know, in a situation that they don't want to be in. It just seems so, I don't know, like what if dogs were the superior race and they were putting you in a cage? You wouldn't like sitting out in the 92-degree blaring sun with 80% humidity where the heat index says it's 110. Fuck that. I'm sorry. But when I see people put dogs in cages and then not give them water, not give them shade, I just want to put you in a cage and then, I don't know, cover you in tar and let you burn to death.
That's an internment camp.
You know what? You deserve it. Sorry. I'm getting off on a tangent. Go ahead.
Yeah, so 100% agree. I do not like when animals are left outside like that, especially like the ones that you were talking about at the one intersection. They're just chained up, and they got like super small little dog houses, and
you know that shit's hot.
It's
you know
hot,
that shit's uncomfortable.
It's dirty. Like it just feels bad. And I mean, I don't know.
Could you at least build them some sort of like shaded little patio? Not even a patio, just like give them some shade, because like the sun is unrelenting here where there's no trees.
Yeah, give like a little like window unit for them, like put it in there, you know what I mean? Like cool the place down, you know, something.
Literally anything. It's just so frustrating. And I don't know, it just makes me love my dog even more. But like, I just feel so bad.
Dude, my dog sleeps in my bed at night, and I don't care.
Trinity has 3 beds in our house.
Yeah.
1 in our bedroom, 1 in the game room, 1 in the garage, 1 in the living room. Yeah, and she's treated like a princess, and I think she would do anything for me or Megan. But like, I feel so bad when I drive.
It's sad. It's very sad to see. Yeah.
And like, how, just as a human, how do you sleep with yourself at night
when a dog is
knowing
just sitting
that
outside?
You're just willingly day after day after day after day putting an animal through that? Like, you would literally just be better off letting them go, and they could go off and fend for themselves and like find their own shade, find their own water source, maybe find another home that will take them in.
Like your dog, you found a dog on the side of the road and you gave them a much better home. So yeah, I agree. I mean, this isn't to like shame anybody who does it. But,
no, I don't care. I'll shame you. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah, just please don't do that. Try not to
be better. Don't be sorry. What do you always say? Don't be sorry. Be better.
Don't be sorry. Be better.
I feel better now.
Got it off your chest.
You know what? I got a lot off my chest.
Dude, this
tonight.
is like a therapy session. Welcome to the weekly midweek Sad Boys update therapy session.
Yeah. We can all get sad together.
Yeah.
And when we can be less sad together too.
Yeah. We're not even going to charge you.
We can
we don't
get angry.
We don't even accept insurance.
We can get angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't accept.
We don't even accept
we'll
insurance.
accept payments. If your insurance
we'll take
wants
payments,
to pay
but
us.
we can't take insurance. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to wrap it up here?
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. I appreciate everybody again for listening. The people who have been listening since episode 1, you know,
the real OGs,
and for people who have been listening since episode 8, you know, or in episode 9,
or if this is your first episode,
if this is your first foray, if this is your first time listening to the podcast, thank you. Please follow us on all the social channels. There's a ton of content that we post literally daily.
So we have what? We have Twitter, Instagram, TikTok,
Facebook.
YouTube, Spotify, Threads.
There's a Threads account.
What am I missing? We don't have Snapchat.
We don't have a Snapchat.
We have individual Snapchats, but we've got 7. We've got 7 social medias. You can find us on literally almost anything.
Yeah, there's so many places for you to find the content, and if you do and you are watching it, we appreciate every single play, every single like, every single share, follow. We're just grateful for it. So thank you so much.
Email us any topics you want us to talk about. We would love to pick some out of a hat. You know, short track to the front of the line. Money talks, as Drew has pointed out.
You drop $1 and we're going to talk about your topic as long as it's, you know, safe for work.
Yep.
So
stay sad, y'all. Peace out.
See you next time.